Well, welcome back, everyone, and thanks again for joining us here on KXAN News at 4. Right now, we are showing you a live look out at Lake Travis at the moment, and there is so much more ground visible in the water at the moment because water levels have dropped even further out there.
Yeah, and they continue to drop. We've had such little amounts of rain, and what little we've had has not run off into the lakes lately. In fact, Lake Travis is just about 32 feet below average for this time of year. So that's significant. This would not be showing up here if we had average amounts of water in Lake Travis. So we really need the rain. We just got a fresh drought update yesterday that I want to talk about because for the first time since October 2023, we've got parts of Central Texas in exceptional or level 4 drought. This was last week's drought report, and this is this week's. And you can see that exceptional drought. It sounds like it's a compliment, the word exceptional, but it means it's the worst level of drought from Gillespie County through Blanco County into southwestern Travis and northwestern Hays County. So level 4 out of 4 drought. I kept going back through our maps, which update weekly, and I found the last time that we had any exceptional drought in our 15 county viewing area, October 2023. So it has been a while. Of course, our drought's been getting worse week by week, but also month by month. This was 4 months ago what our drought status looked like as things were continuing to dry out, but certainly not to the extent that they are now. We only had a small portion of the area at a level 3 out of 4 drought then, and now much of the area is at a 3 out of 4 drought, and then of course some of the area under a 4 out of 4 drought. So how much rain are we missing? Well, let's look at this year first. Let's start with this month. We're down about an inch month to date, and we're down almost 2 inches year to date. But of course, the drought didn't just start January 1st. We had an 8-inch rainfall deficit just last year alone. So if you add all of last year and the rainfall deficit that we've had just this year, that's a 10-inch rainfall deficit. But even the previous years had rainfall deficits too. So we're looking at a 20-inch plus rainfall deficit when you look at the last 5 years of missing rain alone in Austin, and that's of course continuing to contribute to the lack of groundwater, the lack of water in our lakes. And unfortunately, that's what makes our lakes look so dry and why they're down by so much. Look at the rain chances over the next week. 0, just about. What you're not seeing here, there's a tiny rain chance tonight, but that rain chance is gone by the time the sun comes up here tomorrow morning. This is how it looks again over Lake Travis from the Oasis restaurant camera. Sunshine and haze. That's because there is a lot of dust blowing in from the west. Some of it's clipping parts of the hill country. You're seeing some of the haze in the air. The dust is not nearly as thick as it was about a week and a half ago, but there's still some of it. And certainly the swirling winds will continue into the evening before the sun sets. Here's the big picture. We got an area of low pressure here. Out ahead of a cold front is a dry line. The dry line separates the relatively humid air to the east compared to the dry air to the west. And then the cold front actually brings in the cooler air. The cold front's eventually going to catch up to the dry line as we end the afternoon and head into this evening. And then we will notice a temperature drop from this front into the weekend. Both Saturday and Sunday will be much cooler than today, but still warm. However, the proximity of us to the dry line and eventually this front is giving us the wind and the very dry air. And unfortunately, the wind comes back here tomorrow. This is what the wind gusts look like this evening. Still pretty strong at 5. Then we lose the sun. Sun sets at about 7:37 tonight. And then the gusts come down in a big way. Much lighter wind tonight should allow any fires that do develop here this afternoon or early evening to be much less rapid as far as their spread if we do get any fires to pop up here locally. Then we get into the day tomorrow. I know we have had some small ones, but nothing significant yet, thank goodness. Unfortunately, tomorrow the gusts start to pick back up again pretty early in the morning in the hill country, and then those gusts spread into the metro by midday and carry through the afternoon. Look, gusts 30 to 40 miles per hour. We could get some gusts up to 45, maybe even 50 tomorrow. And then these gusts will also come down as we head into tomorrow evening once we lose daylight. Of course, the wind isn't the only thing that's elevating the fire danger. The dry air is the other piece to the puzzle. And you can see those single-digit relative humidity values continue into the evening. although we'll slowly start to see them come up a little bit overnight and into the day tomorrow. Tomorrow, the air won't be quite as dry as it was today, but I do think tomorrow will be a little windier than today. So I still think we're going to be looking at a similar sort of danger, another 5 out of 5 fire danger day for us here tomorrow that's considered extreme through most of central Texas. So your forecast then tonight, some clouds late, overnight lows of 58 and an isolated pre-dawn shower. I'll just show you the timeline for that real quick. Looks like after 1 a.m., a stray shower or storm possible near and especially east of 35. And then those rain chances are all done by the time the sun comes up here tomorrow. Then it's a mostly sunny Saturday, windy, a high of 80. Less wind on Sunday, 78 and sunshine. Sunday actually looks rather nice. St. Patrick's Day on Monday, we're back in the 80s and the breeze picks back up, no doubt increasing the fire danger. It's windy Tuesday, sun and clouds. Then another front knocks us down to 80 Wednesday and then 70s Thursday and Friday. But any of those days with breezes or wind, unfortunately, will bring back the high fire danger again.